Hello and welcome back to the Nord's House. Programmer Shu here, as other than streaming, that is technically 100% what I am supposed to be. And today we're going to have it proven how that ain't gonna help anything. Yeah. So yeah, we're playing The Farmer Was Replaced. It seems like a fun little game with programming and everything in between. Of course, this game doesn't really have much for music. So we're going to have this in the background. You know, just something relaxing. We're gonna need it. We're going to need it. Getting started. This window contains information. That is good. Okay, to get started, just skimming through this. We're going to skim through a lot, and we're gonna have to get back to it later because I didn't read something that I probably should have read. Just a warning ahead of time there. First program! Okay, so I executed with starts or stops execution of the code. Executes one step at a time. Oh, wonderful, I can actually test it then. That's good. Create more. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, why did I do that? Oh, that was terrible. That was just dumb. Why would I do that? What is wrong with me? Funny button, I guess. Okay, so I can add more with that. What are you? Oh, general info. Wonderful, I'm already there. You'll notice once you start typing, simple code completion window will pop up. Wonderful, I can't even read, I'm doing writing. Great, don't worry, it's your first time programming. It's not, and that's worse. If you already know Python, it's not a problem. I know it partially, so that's good enough, probably. Harvest and do a flip. Okay. Harvest. I'm gonna close it. Do a flip! What was that? Pass. Does nothing. Can be useful because empty code blocks aren't allowed. Fair enough. Like this? Is that not allowed? And then we just run it normally. It just harvests and does a flip. Let's go. These are functions. Yes, it is a function. You have to execute it by using parentheses. That's fine. Unlocks. Okay, I guess we're done with that one. We have 3 hay. Obtained by cutting grass. I want loops. I want loops. I want loops. Hang on. Go away. Yeah. Loops. Okay. So the flip is good to have there because it actually takes some time for the grass to grow. I have loops! I like loops. Loops are very fun to deal with. You have unlocked the while loop. As long as it's true and false, well, as long as the value is true, it's going to loop. It loops while this is true. And if it's false, it ain't looping it. That is essentially what it is. Don't worry about creating infinite loops. The delay in execution will prevent the program from freezing. That's clever. Because yeah, we don't need to do harvest, harvest, harvest. We'll just do while, true, harvest, do a flip, harvest. And it will forever go, theoretically. Okay, so everything that is within the while condition will be on this indentation. Indentation? Indent? I don't actually know what it's called. While false, while false, do a flip. So create a constant Boolean value that is always true. You can simply write true. Write false is a constant Boolean value that will always be false. Okay. The first will never do a flip. Yep, because it's always false, and the other one will flip forever. Alright. Shift and tab. Or backspace to remove. Wonderful. Well, I guess we'll just do that code here. What other upgrades are there? I can get grass, speed, plant, expand, debug, ooh. Operators. Oh, that's good to have. Function. I have a goal. I want function. We're going to be working for the function. I want functions. Anyway. Well, while true. Yeah, it's a capital T on that true, so that's good to know. We harvest. And we do flip. What commands are there? Continue, break, do flip, halt, harvest, pass, true, while. Okay. Well, that's good enough. We'll just have this running for a while then, I guess. We can't really speed it anything up. Actually, hang on. Is the do flip necessary? The do a flip is not necessary. The grass is quick enough. Well done. Good on you, piggy. We needed 20. Oh, we had... Now I need to flip. Now we need to do a flip. We sped up a bit too much. There we go. I guess that works. Speed upgrade. The execution speed has been doubled. The problem is that the drone now harvests faster than the grass can grow, resulting in no harvest at all. I note this. To deal with this, if can harvest can... I have if statements! Never mind. Sorry, we're doing if. We're throwing in an if. If can harvest now. Does that have to be in an indent again? I feel like that's supposed to be an indent again for me to visually like to read this. I'm going to be annoyed if it's supposed to be there. We'll figure that out. I like having it readable. Nope. You got angry at me. Never mind. Oh. Wait. It must be a cold. Huh? I guess I have to read on if statements after all how it's supposed to be written. If condition... Oh. Do I not do parenthesis? Is that it? Didn't like parenthesis? There isn't enough indentation. And now you're going to be correct with that? No? Okay, fine. I'll actually read it. Guys, we're supposed to read... Oh, it's an elif. If it's an else if. Fair enough. So if condition 1... Oh, how do you write that, for example? If condition 1, do a flip. Yeah, it's just straight up that. If condition 1, then you have the indentation, and then you have this, and if you do an if within there, the indentation goes further. Yeah, it's how it's supposed to be. Alright, let's just write this again then, I guess. So, if can harvest, colon, harvest. Trying to check if the function can harvest is true. This is the function object itself, not the function's return value. Oh. Okay, I see where I'm being stupid. Yeah, of course. But it has to run the can harvest. Now it's working as it's supposed to. Until we have 300 unless 30. 50. Do I want plant? I'm gonna want plant eventually, but not getting an expansion. Am I gonna regret having expansion? Expand 1! Your farm has grown. This space is not much use if you can't move the drone, so there's a new function, move! We can move it now. That moves the drone. Move, they require that you specify the direction. I assume it is, yeah, okay, yeah, it's move and direction within. We'll move the drone 1 square in that direction. If you move over the edge of the drone, will be moved to the other side. Ah, okay, Pac-Man logic. Wonderful. So, if we just put you on a little bit of a... Actually, we don't need to do that. I can just make a new one temporarily so that we can continue to farm in the background. While... Actually, the can harvest is a terrible thing to put in there. While true... Indentation, please. And if can harvest, then you harvest. Else, if you can't harvest, simple. Excuse me. Break? Oh, I don't want to break. Move. North. If you can harvest, you harvest. If not, go north. Rinse and repeat. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh. I see. That would happen again. This one? There's going to be a lot of that. Did I type it wrong? Hang on. Oh, I accidentally had a space in. Oh, no, is move lowercase? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Hang on. Where's movement? Move. Yeah, it is lowercase. I don't know why I had in my head that it's supposed to be uppercase. That's a weird one. Well, it's now just running in circles. It's doing what it likes best. I feel heavily a need to unlock the functions. Because from my understanding, if functions are exactly what it's supposed to be, it's going to be, I can rename this, yep. I can name this whatever I want, and then I can essentially call this. So, for example, I could then just do this and run this one specifically, which would be nice. Because then you can make it very clean. Just have specific functions for specific things. Have I unlocked something now? Ooh, I've unlocked plant. Okay, I guess we'll read this while it's doing its thing. Why not? It's being very aggressive. Hang on, can I turn it down? Ever so slightly? There we go, that seems about right. Okay. Grass is nice because it grows automatically. All other plants have to be planted with plant function. The only plant you can plant right now is a bush. You can pass the type of plant if you want to plant to the function like this. Plant entities bush. This will plant a bush under the drone. Call Claire reset the farm to grass. It seems that if you grow more than one type of plant on the farm at the same time, you can sometimes create a higher yield. Ooh. Okay, you'll need to research polyculture to learn more. Okay, so we'll just do this jump back and forth. So step 1, we're gonna do this. Step 2, I'm gonna have to shoot someone, huh? Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Pulling out the gun. Bang. They've been shot. Now then, where was I? Distracted, that's where. I was copying this code and just implementing it in here because that's gonna make my life easier. Now, I need to think of, do I have any number condition? Can I do a count currently? Is that not something I can do yet? Then I would like to just make like a 1, 2, 3 count. For 1, you do grass. For 2, you plant. For 3, you do that. Yeah. Will I make this convoluted and have it do a dumb loop instead? Because this one is very just simplistic for the grass, but I want to harvest and plant as well. So if I then have it move north and then plant entities dot bush, and then I assume I'm going to have to move north again because I don't think it's going to grow equally fast, and then we harvest. Wonderful. Maybe. Actually, do I have ground conditions? Can I see the ground? Grass? No, not grass. Plant is just entities plant. Speed is just speed. That's just that. I don't actually. What am I talking about? I can check what I have. False. LF. For now, it's not that many to go through. No, I don't have extra conditions. Okay. So this first one is just going through and planting the bush, but it will still continue if can harvest, which is a problem. This doesn't... I can't do this one. I can't really do the LSIF either. Instead, this is just going to be an ugly loop for now. So harvest, move north, plant, move north, harvest. Then we're going to be doing that again, unfortunately. No, excuse me, don't do weird indentations, thank you very much. And that's going to rinse and repeat. Why did I expect it not to do that twice? Okay, theoretically this will work. Go. Okay. So it will work, but I have to put in a condition on, let's see. You. Okay, that's one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This one specifically is 2. Right? Actually, I'm missing a. I can zoom out. Neat. Move north, north, north. Does this have to have a can harvest? If I can't harvest, then I can't do it. Now that's going to be backfiring quickly. I'm also going to have it just clear. No, clear. Oh, just put you down there. Resetting is good. If can harvest, you harvest. Else. You move north. Does this work? Now. Yes, of course. Clear. The real issue here is, will it plant? Do I have other? If I do an if, I don't have anything to check if it is a bush. No. Can I just do an entities bush? Oh. Maybe. Oh, right. Maybe, yeah, it's going to run past it now because it checks if there's a bush there. If there's not a bush, it's going to plant. Wonderful, it works! Kind of. It's a weird code, but it works. Not the proudest of this one. I need more conditions to make this cleaner. What can I lock? Carrots. I'm going to need carrots. I can't afford it, but I need carrots for this. Operators. Okay, I can't actually unlock anything. I also need to... No, that... Do I have that? I have that. That's the most recent one I unlocked. We need 30. I can wait for that. I can't really speed this up anymore. We're just gonna have to wait for this now. Oh, it's so ugly. For now. Let's bring you with me. Have the clean button at any time. How could I make this better? Now that I know for a fact that I could just use if entities bush. Actually, yeah, let's make this cleaner here then. Just need to figure out how would I make it do the second one. I don't know how I would do the second one. Specifically, I can make it plant from time to time. But that's about it. I need to make it plant sometimes, not always. No, I need more conditions for that. My brain doesn't compute this. Oh, I have operators! Okay, so now I can do things like equals, not equals, and or different. Note, all numbers in the game are floating points. Okay, so they're all floating, that's good. Floats. Not and or. Yes, I can use these now. 5 to do 2 evaluates to 2. Okay, does the same thing as that, but the result is flawed. Okay. Percentage. This is a long ass list. But I have some fun with that. Evaluates, yeah, 2 times, but up. Math. just math, man. It's just math. Okay, I have the operators, but how can I utilize? Can I utilize these by stating a value? Oh, I need to unlock variables, which is carrots. I can't use this without variables in how I want to use it. No, it's locked behind a carrot wall. We ain't gonna beat debug anytime soon. We're going to do this actually. Fine. I'm making the other one then. We're taking a break on hay, and we're just making this function. I'm making it function. I'm keeping that one for now. I say that where I instantly copy paste it. If can harvest, you harvest. Else, you move north. Else if I'm doing here actually. Or elif. The elif. Elif. Entities dot bush. There we go. You are way too far ahead. You're supposed to be that. You move north. And if none of that works, you do the final else, which is you just plant entities.bush. And now I have to remember to put all of these, because if not, it's never gonna end. Okay, so theoretically this will loop forever. If you can harvest, you harvest. If not, but there is a bush, you continue north because you're not supposed to do anything, and if you still can't do that, you plant a bush. Let's go. I see my problem here. I see where I went wrong. A bit too well. So the issue is obviously the order of operations here, where I just, if you can harvest, yeah, of course you can always harvest. That would need to be the else, actually. That would be the else statement. If you can harvest, do this. Can I do entities grass then? Yeah, entities grass. There we have it. And then you do a plant. No, right, yeah. Plant, entities, bush. Here we go. Does this work? Have I broken it now? Oh. Remember you. Remember to end these functions. Right, it's not told to move forward in any of these. I forgot. I need to add that to all of them, actually. Even this one would remember to move forward. Actually, no. I'm not going to have that move forward, actually, because that's going to then go back to the start and see, oh, that's grass. I'm gonna replant now. What do you mean that's grass? I guess the ground is grass. Of course. Of course. Okay, fine. We'll take you guys. And we'll put you here. Can I? Yes, I can. Neat. Did I do it right? I did not do that right. The joy of clipboard. Have I broken my code now? How many layers is it broken? Of course it's going to move north around now. I feel dumb because hang on, I'll just put this back on running because that one actually works. Okay, so what do I actually want to do? Because I clearly am not doing that in any way, shape, or form. I feel like my brain is melting. Let's go. It shouldn't. Very basic stuff I'm dealing with, huh? I just have so many things I want to do with it that I currently can't do because it's locked behind doors. And I slightly also just want to wait until I can actually get carrots, because then I'm gonna have to add that to the code either way. Actually, how am I doing on... The drone can see what... Yes! 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 The function gets the position X and Y, that's good. The position Y, number of items dot hey, so it returns how many it has, that's good. Get entity type and get ground type. Get ground type, okay. Okay. So, if it's a bush beneath you, specifically, do something. The none keyword is also unlocked now. None is the value that represents that there is no value. It's empty. Get entity type returns none. Do I have something specifically for get ground type? One tick execution if get ground type equals grounds.soil. That help me? Number of items doesn't really help yet. Entity type doesn't help me. Can harvest is still can harvest. That hasn't really changed. Okay, I was going to check what all of these things are. So, I can't get you yet, but I have to get you. It's just straight up carrots to get the one thing I really want. I guess we're just doing carrots. We have carrots now! Before you can plant carrots with plant entities carrot, you have to till the soil. This will change the ground to grounds.soil. To till the soil, simply call till. Calling till again will change it back to grounds grassland. Planting carrots costs wood and hay. These items will automatically be removed when calling plant entities carrot. Okay. So it costs one of each, so I have to make sure I'm doing all three to actually get carrots. Well, we're making this one to be the carrot thing now. Either way, I want it to loop. There's not a debate there, and it's going to be looping forever, so that's just what it is. The first one will always be the same. Can I make this work fully as I want it to? So, if get ground, get entity type, equal. Am I doing that right actually already? I'm already uncertain if I'm doing it right or how it presented it. Yes, I knew I was missing something here. There we go. And then entities dot grass. So if the entity is grass, can I make you bigger? Yes, I can. Thank you. I need that. Just let this run in the background. Might as well. I'm gonna need it. Yeah, I know there must be a colon. I haven't finished it yet. So if underneath me is grass, we do a simple harvest. Then we move north. No, we don't move none. We move north. I'm bad at writing, apparently. Now, that is if it's grass. That can't be the first one. That can't be the first one. Ah. So I still need to have variables. Without variables, I can't actually utilize what I'm planning to do here, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 kind of sequence with what we have here. Actually, I can be a bit cheeky about it. So, if can harvest is false. So if it's not true, or can I just straight up write this? I like it when I can write that. Theoretically, when you do that in many other languages, that is, if this is false, if you can't harvest. If you can't harvest... No, actually, no, I want, if you can harvest on this one, never mind. Then you want to plant. But you want to harvest, and then you want to plant. Entities dot push. specifically want to do it in that order. If not, if you can't harvest, you're simply gonna move north. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna move north. And then we're going to do a horrific if. It's just ifs within ifs. Whew. I don't even think what I've made here will function, because technically it's going to go, okay, if this, yes, okay, if you can do this, you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna move past this entire thing. Anyway, I'm doing it. If you can harvest, again, you're going to harvest. Let's see what I did wrong. I love putting them within those. If you can harvest, you're going to harvest again. And you're going to, this time, kill the ground. Ooh, actually. Else move north. And then we can actually go all the way down here and do a if entities. Now get ground type if it is not equal to. I need to stop hovering over there because that clearly doesn't work for me at all. Ground.soil. If it's not equal to this, till. And then you plant the entities dot carrot, and from that you just move on. Actually, I don't need to put that there. That's going to be later. Or we'll just do an else on this next sequence. Because if it is soil, you do this. If not. If it ain't soil, well, in this case, if it is soil then, it would just be soil because you would have ignored it. Then the question is, if I can harvest, again, you harvest. And then you plant carrots. Entities dot carrot. I really need to stop pressing enter, return, whenever I want to do things, because it doesn't work that way. And then in the end we just move, naturally. There we go. Theoretically this will work. Maybe. I don't know, let's see. Let's do clear. And go. I see what I did wrong. Let's go. There isn't enough indentation. In which bit? Wait, which bit isn't indented? Oh, these two. There we go. Ah! Trying to check if the function can harvest is true is... Thank you for reminding me, that's a function, after all. Go. I need to clear. Okay, first of all, we'll clear. So second, we'll go through it until we hit this one again. Okay, so... Trying to use it on the function get ground type. This is the function object itself. Do not never forget to do this again. Clear. Go. Yes. It just otherwise didn't work. Okay, we're gonna have to step through this. Let's get to the point where it didn't work. Now that's a bush. I see where it went wrong. Let's clear. I said let's clear. Thank you. Thank you very much. I forgot to move. Because this one technically has to do a move. Actually, what am I thinking? I don't need this else. I just need to do it like this. Just... If it can harvest and plant a new bush. If not, move. Easy as that. Go. There we go. Now it seems to be working, maybe, perhaps. It's working! It's working! Okay, we'll just have that running then for the next 5 to 7 years or something. How many do I need? A few. I need a few. Lists! I can make lists. I can make dictionaries. Ooh! That's a lot. Who needs to unlock stuff when you can just have the game do it for you? Genius. I don't really need debugging currently. I'm going to be needing it eventually, and that I know. Timing. Ooh, timing is good. Trees is gonna wait quite some time. Watering and fertilizer is going to be fun in the future. Actually, this is going to speed it up, so I'm going to invest in that. Okay, plants grow faster when they are watered. The ground has water levels ranging from 0 to 1. So, watered or not watered, technically. Get water returns the water level of the ground it is over. The growth speed of a plant scales linearly from 1 speed to the water level of 0 to 5, speed at water level 1. The ground dried up over time. It loses 1% of its current water about a second. Maintaining a high level will consume much more water than maintaining a low water level. You can use water tanks to water your plants. One water tank is automatically added to your inventory every 10 seconds. Ooh, that's neat. Upgrading unlocks watering will give you additional... No, that's what I just unlocked, isn't it? Unlocks.watering will give you an additional water tank every 10 seconds. A tank can hold 0.25 water. Call item water. Okay, so is there a watering function now? Watering. That's just this again. Fair enough. The code works, but I need to water those two. Well, you are obsolete now. I'm going to be working over here now with this. Whilst that's running, because, you know, I can't have it running multiples at a time. Don't want you to attach. Hide. Thank you. Thank you, main. Okay, now. I need this one to do watering. So, if gets water, and it is... water is less than 0.5, I guess. Like, what is actually the function I have to water? Because I can check the water level, but can I water it? Or can I just check the water level? Hang on. So, watering. Receive more water. Oh! Oh, you can do it multiple times! Oh! Well, I just upgraded that. And that's the water I have, okay. Let's just increase that one a little bit so that I get way quicker water. Because why not? Carrots. Yield of carrots. Oh, that is very good. That means I can do the... that's expensive. I can upgrade the farm. That's gonna wait. Okay, there is so much more I can do than I ever thought I could. I really like this. Anyway, how do I actually water? How do I water the plants? Watering, okay. The function get water returns the water level. Yes. But how do I water? Fine, I'll just do get water on that one, and then we'll just run this one. After the next carrot batch. We'll clear it. Go. So what's the water level? Tell me! Doesn't tell me. How can I water it if I don't know how to use the water? Oh, use item. Never mind. That messed with the code. That messed with the code a bit much. How many do I need? Ooh, 70, I have this now. But I was supposed to water! I should water first. Get in the code watering and then I can take a look at the next thing. Okay, so... this becomes an if statement again then. If... get... water And it is... Yeah, it is if it is less than 0.5. 0.5. If the water is less than 0.5, we want to use item. Okay, I'm gonna have to jump back here and go to watering and see. Item. Oh, it's items water. Fair enough, I am using item. There we go. This applies to you, and it also applies to the carrot when you plant it specifically. There we go. Now, theoretically, this will work. Clear you. And go. And now it doesn't water it unless it needs to water it. Not sure if I need to water it every time it's just 0.5. 0.5 might be a bit aggressive. We'll see. If I go up or down in water levels, huh? It seems fine for now. By the time it's grown, it has been done with one. Okay, let's take a look at variables. Are they what I believe? You can declare a variable, name, and then set a value to it. Declare a variable named A and store it as value 5 in it. Declaring a variable named B and store the return value. Wonderful. Do not confuse the operators with the operators. Yeah, they are different. This one sets something equal to something. This one checks if something's equal. Let's see, after a variable has been assigned, you can use it in the code to retrieve the value it contains. Yeah, so a for loop, for example. Within this for loop, for every I within the range of A, you do a flip. Essentially. While I is less than A, you do a flip. Fantastic, this means I can do the code I actually wanted to earlier on, but... more importantly, I have functions now! We're just skipping a lot of steps out for me to be able to do this, first of all. Use the definition keyword to define the function. Def f or function code. You can use the call operator to call a function. F u, maybe? Like Python, function define global scope. Introduction. You've learned, you've seen the code harvest. You can also define your own function, which allows structuring your code in a modular way. Let's go! Move n there. N and there. These are things, yes. Return values. Am I going to read through all of this, or am I just gonna makeshift do something I have in mind? Yeah. Yeah. What did I have in mind? Actually, that's a question. Did I have anything else to read in this one? I did not. Alrighty then, and of course, can I expand this even more? Speed. We'll do more speed. We'll yield more grass, even more grass, even more grass, even more grass. Just speed up the grass. We need that grass yield. Let's see, expand. Will I do the expansion? I will. So now, we have a bigger farm to work with. I don't need a hint. No. If you're stuck and trying to figure out how to move the drone around the farm, see it below. No. That's fine. So, we'll work with this as a grid. Of this is one loop, this is one loop, this is one loop. That's how we're going to do that section. That's fine. Can I upgrade you again? I can't yet, but I want to. I don't need to do the water. I am using more water than I am making more water than utilities. I can't do utilities. Not until I have pumpkins. Fertilizer? No. Anything else I can have even bigger farm. Definitely what I need. Sure! Sure! That's not gonna backfire, and even more yield on you. Sure. Okay, we'll just have this running. This one is going to be known as... it's just background noise. Just don't mind the background noise. It's going to be running for the next century or something. Do I need you? Oh, delete you. I don't need you. Nope. Claire, you're going to continue to be Claire. Oh, right, they are actually in that space forever. That is not going to be something I'm gonna lose track of. No siree. Main is where I'm going to be running my programs. So, the core premise of this is going to be this, and then... Okay, I don't have... That would be debugging, wouldn't it? Where I can comment on my code. Fine, we'll just do a flip on you. Happy? Oh, no. This is not a valid statement. What do you mean while true is not a valid statement? While? Oh, I wrote it wrong. That's why it's not a valid statement. Can I ignore it now? No, I cannot. Do a flip. Wonderful. And then I can define function as well. Right, now I just need to actually think of what is the functions I want to define. I just realized that my code is actually... technically it's broken. Because I made it's built for a round of 3, but it's working with a round of 4. So, that doesn't add up, does it now? Doesn't add up at all. Anyway. Background noise, let's just delegate you there somewhere. Sure, it's working its ass off. Right, what I need is definitions. Do I know the difference between rows and columns? No. Rows is 4 as a maximum. Current is... It's not always at 1, but current. And then... Actually, that's going to be automatic, actually. I don't need to say current. That's going to be part of the for loop. And then column we're going to be needing is also 4. Currently, we're working with a 4 and 4. Hang on. I can never write that one naturally. Tuples. Oh, we're working with tuples now. Tuple. Where would that be hidden? Scopes. For I in range. Okay. In range R. That just means that I will change this or this or anything that utilizes this logic later on. And then I'm gonna have to have logic running in that. Happy? Happy. Okay, now I need to actually think about things. I had this grand plan and then things just escalated very quickly, and by the way, I'm going to have it escalate a bit. Never mind, I can't. If I could, I would. Oh, I can. Ooh, I can. And I will! Sure, I'll just make those things yield a lot. I have this grand scheme in my head, and I don't know why I can't remember it. I'll have a sip of water. That might help my brain. Who knows? I don't. Never do. Good enough for me. Right. What was the problem here? The code... Oh yeah, it doesn't have a statement. Let's just put a do a flip in that. Now it's happy. There we go. Don't mind you. What was my intent? I had this grand intent. I need to make a watering system. So let's just make that one. Can I just straight up call you watering? This one will always just simply... No. Get water. It's going to get water, and it's going to check. I'm going to be a bit more lenient. If water is less than 0.2. Yeah, if the water is less than 0.2, then it is going to use items dot water. That's it. That is all this thing is supposed to do. Theoretically, am I allowed to call you here? No, I need to actually define. Right, I need to learn how to define them though. I don't hope that I could just define them there. Guess I have to define them in the actual bracket instead. If I can define it in here, I would love that instead of just having one big one. Want to split them up as much as I can. And then lose them, of course. Where's the thing I'm looking for? Hang on. Right? Functions. There you go. Use def keyword to define a new function. Def or equals false. You can use the call operator to call the function. F42. But mine is just called watering. Hang on. We need to declare it in here then. So for example, you could define a function that moves the drone several times. Okay, so if I do indent, then I do def, watering as this. Theoretically, I can then go here and do watering, right? No. No, we cannot. And I just have to learn this very simple thing here of how to actually write this. Oh, right, yeah, I have to have parentheses. Is that really all that was missing? No, it's not. Okay, how pissy are you if I click away now? Well, you're not pissy at least, so that's a good thing. That's just going to... let's give it some more speed. More carrots, please. Just speed up. It's going to collect all the things I need of that, and by the time we get to thinking about it, it's not going to be relevant anymore. More speed, more speed. It's going to go faster than I can deal with. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just ignore that and go over here instead and work with this. There we go. That's over there. We don't think about that. We think about this, the code. And my increasing yield forever. Unlike Python, a function defined in the global scope of any open file can be called by their name, even if the def statement has never been executed. Okay. So I don't need to do the definition. If this def statement assigns a function to the name f in the global scope. Assign a value of 1 to the name y in the local scope of f. Right, that's variables, isn't it? Yeah, I can assign. Okay. That's not what I want. Functions. Keyword to define a new function. Yes, that is what I'm trying to do. I'm just being dumb. Why am I being dumb? You can use the call operator to call the function. 42, so if you're doing the definition, 42 is arg1? Quiet! The def keyword signals that this is the function definition, move in n direction. Yes, that's the thing we've created. Theoretically, I've also made it, but I've made a very different one. Because I'm not utilizing that. Actually, that means I could, in theory, add that. Yes. So if I do a L, that's an L for level, water level. That's the L. That means that if something runs this one, it has to declare what is the expected level. Oh, neat. Didn't know that. Right, okay. Define function. Yeah, I wanted... oh, right click. Yeah. Functions. Is that not you? It is. I just opened another one of them. Fair enough. Shush! And I'll speed it up some more if I can. I can't. I Can't. I shouldn't. I can. I don't need that though, not yet. That's going to be relevant later on when we run out of water continuously because I've been a little bit of a dum-dum. Okay, but the above definition, the following code then moves the drone 10 tiles north and 2 tiles west. Yes. But I don't see... What am I missing to be allowed to use this code? What am I not doing here? Because from what I'm... Oh, wait, there's watering. Okay, it's working now. I don't know what suddenly is different or if I missed something earlier, but it's working now. A real question is, can I go here then and do... I can now do watering there. Watering is now a function. We have watering. Actually, I'm going to rename it fully watering L. Because that's the only thing I'm going to have in this one for now. Watering L, you'll go up here next to the background noise for now. You're not being used yet, but we're making you. We're making you slowly but surely. How you doing? Doing great. Good. I can unlock trees. Do I unlock trees now? Or do I unlock in trees later? I unlock trees now. Trees are a better way to get wood than bushes. They'll give you 5 wood each. Like bushes, they can be planted on grass or soil. Trees like to have the space, and planting them right next to each other will slow their growth. The growing time is doubled for each tree that is on a tile directly to north. So if you plant trees in every tile, that will take... Okay. So, the rule for trees is to make sure... Okay, if I'm planting a tree, I can plant it here, and that locks all the grids around here. So trees are going to be placed in the 4 corners of this lot, essentially. Yes, I'm going to rule that then, in my code. I guess. Will I just unlock pumpkins? I can. Sure. I mean, I need pumpkins for things like that. So, why not? We also have pumpkins now, because of course we do. Okay. Pumpkins grow like carrots on tilled soil, right? So I have to make sure it's tilled. When all pumpkins in the square are fully grown, they will grow together to form a giant pumpkin. Unfortunately, pumpkins have a 20% chance of dying once they're fully grown, so you will need to replant the dead ones if you want them to merge. The yield of a giant pumpkin depends on the size of the pumpkin. Okay, so we'll be making center pumpkin, I guess. The corners are trees, center is pumpkin, and then we have grass, carrots, bushes, something else kind of thing going on. Get at least 5x5 size pumpkin to the full multiplier. But I don't have a 5x5 yet. Can I expand? No, I need the pumpkins to expand. That's why I bought pumpkins, clearly. Alrighty then. Well, we still have this, which is then just going to be looping for whatever value I've set in there. I also make this a... I'll have to define this one, actually. Let's just define you as something. Nope. What are you going to be, though? What are you? Defined as... row run. Sure. And then the amount of rows is important to implement, because it needs to know about the rows. That means I'm going to remove you two. There we go. I need to actually end that, and you're happy now, you're happy now. Wonderful. Row for loop. Does it do anything? It does a flip for every loop, or for every row in the loop. It's highly inefficient, like everything else I've made today. Oh, this is so bad! Let's go! Okay, I believe I've understood what this is now. Or how to define it properly, at the very least, if nothing else. Define garg for in the range of 10. Garg. What is arg? I feel dumb, because I keep reading the... Oh, right, argument. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't need you. What are you? Namescopes. Right, yeah, that's just me doing naming conventions. I can print now? How does that look? Hang on. Where do I want to print? Actually, yep. No, not pass. I want to print. Okay, I do not have print unlocked. That's debugging. It just used it as an example even though I haven't unlocked it yet. Fair enough. I want to upgrade stuff. This is bad. Why do I keep going back to this? Can't afford it. No, just do the code, you fool. Do the code. I attach you to. I managed to attach code earlier, and I don't know how that worked. Ah, there we go. Okay, these two are now just hanging together there. Main is going to at some point be running this code. It just isn't right now, but it will at some point do row run for. I guess. Well, no, I would need something else that technically runs this one again then. Huh. Really need to think about this more. I didn't consider a lot of things there. Why is there so much rock though? So right now I need to plant trees. I should actually read up on the trees. Wood. No, not wood. What am I thinking? Trees. Tree. The tree drop more wood than bushes. Oh! A tree instead of a bush. Okay, so I can exclude bushes actually. That changes things completely. Because then I can do tree, 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 tree. Carrot, carrot. Grass, grass, pumpkins. As I shove... No, I can't shove pumpkins in a... Pumpkins is going to be a 2x2 in the center for now. I'm not going to give them a 4x4 yet. That's a bit much, to say the least. I'm also going to have to take into consideration all of the things there. But yes, okay. How do I plant a tree? Is it just straight up planting a tree? Trees are better. They can be planted on grass or soil. Okay, so it doesn't care. Good. Well, let's make a tree planting one then. This is going to be tree care. I am breaking my naming convention completely here. Yeah, no, let's stick to lowercase on the functions. That's going to make my life last longer. The definition is tree care. Tree care is then going to, when it's triggered, the code block must contain at least one statement. Yeah, I'm working on that statement. That's what I'm doing right now. Tree care will, first of all, not check ground, but it will check entity? Get entity. Get entity type. Is it equal entities.tree? That's step one. Sorry, I need to finish that. If it is a tree, if tree, we will then check, can you harvest it? If you can harvest it, harvest. That's what it is. I'm not going to have movement within these. Movement is going to be an outside force for this for now. Because this is going to do nothing then but to care for the one tile it is on and do everything it is needed to do on said tile. Now, if it can't be harvested, then you just don't do anything. In the case you can harvest, we will then try watering with a value of 0.2. Well, let's just shove you onto her. You're too big, man. Too big. Right, shrink you. How did I shrink you? Ah, that's due to the text probably. What's wrong with harvest? Oh, right, yeah. I did the wrong thing on harvest. Fair enough. It's still the definition. There has to be a tree for it to do this. Because it's going to prioritize the logic that this is a tree. It's not going to check if it's a tree. But if it's not a tree, we are then going to instantly plant entity.tree. No hesitation. And again, we are going to do watering with a value check of 0.2. And that is what tree care is. That one doesn't have a definition within it. Then I can put it there. Tree care should theoretically now just do one thing. If it's a tree, and you can harvest, water. Hi, Goldius! We're doing things. I mean, the background noise is doing its job, I guess. I am doing the slight issue of I am trying to future-proof literally everything I'm doing right now, so obviously I'm doing this very step by step. We have made the watering function, we have made a loop function that I don't think I'm going to be using yet, and now we're making tree care. Harvest, watering to the level of 0.2, if not plant the tree and water it to 2.2, yes. And then you are a part of this whole thing now, if I know. There we go, they're all connected. Watering can also be closed. The loop is a problem actually, so you two can be connected for now. Yeah, it's just kind of background noise, kind of. It works. Eventually I'm going to have to gather something else than just those, and it doesn't help that they give me resources to speed it up. Because I'm obviously going to spend points to speed this up even more. That's not gonna backfire. Oh. 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 When I finally get to do them trees, the trees are gonna freak out. Trust my words. Let's see, anything else I can upgrade? No? I'll do more water. We're gonna need water. There we go. Okay, back to me doing the code that is never gonna be finished, because I can't be bothered to do the code instead of doing the roundabout methods. Let's see, what are we making next? Pumpkin. This is then going to be pumpkin care. There we go. Okay, so the definition on this one is then pumpkin care. It doesn't really have a value I want to define because pumpkin care isn't going to be moving it again. That probably will be a future thing if the farm is big enough, the moment you get to a certain section. Okay, you are at the pumpkin section. Do your thing. But not now. Now, but pumpkin care is going to actually do very many things that tree care did, so we're going to copy paste tree care to a certain degree, because we can. And fix all the indentations are correct. Neat. Right. Step 1. Is the entity pumpkin? Can you harvest that entity? You harvest it. Can you check for specific pumpkin size? That's a big question actually. Pumpkin. Where's pumpkin at? Pumpkin. No, that's not a pumpkin I need this pumpkin. Pumpkin can grow together when they are next to about 1 in 5 pumpkins dies when it grows up. Base growth can grow on soil. Pumpkins needs to be on soil. I don't think I'm gonna need to make a check for soil. Soil is... No, wait, soil is the other kind. I need to actually make the soil. So, step 1. If the entity is a pumpkin, can you harvest it? Harvest it. Either way, you're going to water it. If it has low level of water, according to watering. If it isn't a pumpkin, the first thing you're going to do is to check, does the ground need to be tilled? Get a ground type. Is it equal to... Is it not equal to, actually, in this case it would be. Is it not equal to No, ground. Grounds.soil. If it's not equal to grounds.soil, I keep forgetting to close my statements, because you kind of have to do that. You till the ground. But that's all that does. You don't do anything else. Otherwise, you're going to plant a pumpkin. And this one would also do this, because this would have... Actually, what is this an else off? You. There we go. Now it's correct. That was wrong for a moment there. If it goes there, check you. If it isn't, it's going to go over here and check the ground, make sure it's tilled if it needs to be, plant the pumpkin and water it. That's it. Can I check if the pumpkin is dead? I don't know how to check if it's dead. That's a thing for the future me. Future me is gonna deal with that. This should be dealing with pumpkins as it needs to. We have done pumpkins. Next is then carrot care. Carrot care. And carrot care is then defined as carrot care. Pretty much a lot of the same thing. I should honestly copy the pumpkin one, because it's going to be working on the logic of pumpkins, not the logic of trees. I know, logical. Because it's also going to have to check for the thingamajig. Yes. The tilled ground, that's it. You want to make carrots. And you want to make carrots. Other than that, this should actually just be the same. Huh. Technically, I could make a universal one for pumpkin and carrots in this case, because both of them run on the same function. The only thing that's different is this sequence. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do that for now, make my life easier. That would be... What would it be? Hold on a minute, what would it... Soil... Plant... Yeah, there we go. There we go. And that's going to then just be... I'm just going to copy paste that one fully this time instead, because I'm too lazy to write it literally anything here. I haven't even written pumpkin correctly. Pumpin. Pumpin care. Hello and welcome to Pumpkin Care, what you like. Right, so... Soil... Plant... Care. I am good at naming schemes. In this case, plant... is... Yeah, can I do entities? Can't just do entities, plant is entities. So if I do carrot equal entities dot carrot, pumpkin equals move the cursor, entities dot pumpkin. So this might work. I don't actually know of this weird version, so I'm going to put that over here for now then. And I need to make sure that I'm writing as it's supposed to be all over the place. So it's not going to do entities pumpkin, it's going to do plant. And the same over here, plant. Theoretically then, plant is declared here, as the thing I put in would be the plant of carrot or pumpkin. If I write carrot, it's going to give me entities carrota, and if I write pumpkin, it's going to give me entities pumpkina. How's it going over here with the background noise? Going nice? Can I get more upgrades? Yes. I definitely can get more carrots. I have so much wood. My god, I haven't even started. Just do some water upgrades, I guess. Would be a terrible idea to add... Let's just increase the yield there. Add sunflowers now. Excuse me? Excuse me? Dinosaurs? Okay. Do I add fertilizer? It's too soon. It's too soon. I'll add that later. I'm gonna have to make my code work before I add more stuff. Okay, again, going through my head. I'm going to plant a tree in each of the corners. There's going to be no bushes, because the trees and bush gives the exact same resource. Carrots are going to be on the two sides, grass is going to be on the ends, and then pumpkin corner, or core. Yes. Look at that speed. It is freaking out. So what I'm going to be having it doing is going forward for one row loop. It goes forward for one row loop. At the end, it's going to go one forward and one to the side. And then it's going to rinse and repeat that process. But it's going to keep track of which of the rows it's on as well. These two rows are going to operate similarly, and these two rows are going to operate similarly. Is how I'm going to make this. So it's going to be two versions is running. It's going to run version A, version B, version B, version A. Am I going to be able to do this in code? Yes. But maybe. Actually. Do I need... No, the grass doesn't actually need any care. So I have trees in the corners, I have pumpkins in the core, and carrots on the sides, and then just the grass. So yeah, I don't need any more code for the actual planting. Really hope that this one works. Really uncertain about that one. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's not fine. Okay. So, you will be looping for R. I need to think. Actually, before that I need to make a column. Something to keep track on the columns. Actually. Row loop A. That's what that's going to be. That's going to be row loop A, and then we're also making row loop B. Whilst I remember the fact that I did declare them as that logic. And they're going to have similar way of being implemented. They're not that different. They're actually kind of the same. They're very much the same. They are identical, other than not doing the same functions. Anyway! Now, you're going to be my little... That's a row, that's a column. Loop. The column loop is just straight up going to be a column. So we define the column loop as... Do I know how to spell a column? No. I don't know. Maybe. I might have done it right. So that's just declared as a C, because that's the amount of columns we work with here. Because the farm's going to upgrade, so I'm going to have to work around that for the future. I in the range of C. And you're going to do a flip. No, you're not going to do a flip. You're going to do... Ah, yeah, I actually need to name these properly. Yeah, I know you're angry. Row loop A. Row loop B. There we go. And now I can declare you're going to do row loop A 4 times. You're going to do row loop B 4 times, and then technically you're going to do it again 4 times. So that's not the prettiest for now. You could of course declare it to do it 8 times, but then I would have to implement that on the 4th section. It does a reset value and then runs it again. I'm not doing that currently. and then you're back to A 4 times. So this one's just going to run 4 times, 4 times, 4 times, 4 times, yes. That's all this one does. It does nothing else. Yes, that seems correct. Actually, that means that after each and every one of these, this is the one that does the move. Yeah, does the move. I'm just doing a simple move for now. I don't like that I'm doing a simple move. We're going to the east. And that's a rinse and repeat after each of these, so I'll just put that in. Okay, that's not pretty. I really need to make that better. Later! In you go! Technically, that is the only thing that this main thing needs to run currently. Woo! I actually need to make my actual loop sound. So, loop 1 is going to plant a tree, 2 carrots, and a tree. So, if I equal 1, let's see, how did I do OR in this sequence? Is it my mute button? Because that's a funny thing. I am good at doing that. Let's see, which one is... Can I just write OR? Can I just write straight up OR? If 1 or 4. Hang on, that was the first operator. I just remember, does this start at 0? I'll figure it out. If the code breaks, it starts at 0 then. That's how we learn. If it is 1 or 4, it's going to do 3k. Simple as that. Else, in this case, it's then going to do plant. Care? And what did I call it? Soil plant care. Yes, of course. Good name. Good name, Shu. Good job. And it is going to be carrot. There we go. That is loop A. Loop B is going to be more interesting. It's not actually. It's going to have the same logic, but this one I'm going to do in the opposite version because I'm prioritizing the pumpkin sound. Which means that if moi equals 2 or 3, I keep forgetting to close that, we're going to do soil plant care, pumpkin. I really hope that it works, that I have declared them in there and it is universally known that it means pumpkin. If not, I'm going to have to implement pumpkin in there manually, and that's going to ruin the whole reason for why I separated them, really. Not really, it's still just the fact that I call 1 rather than the 2. It's going to do that, else it is just going to do grass. It's just going to harvest grass, so it's just going to actually straight up harvest. Grass doesn't need anything but harvest. Just that is the life of grass. Huh. Yeah, that seems about right. Simple code. That I don't even know it works currently. Okay, we're gonna set that on a break. I want to see if what happens if I then do my column loop of 4. This is scary. Okay, so for 1, I haven't implemented a single move function within this code. Second, why did it instantly... We're gonna have to do this from the beginning. Okay, so first of all, where do you go? You go in here. You hit range C. You go to loop A. We're in loop A. Loop A, you go to the first one here. If it's one of those two, do tree care. We go into tree care. We check if it's a tree. It's not a tree, so we plant a tree. Then we check the watering. That's fine. We go into watering and we do that whole thing. Yes, we've watered it. And then we're back to loop A, which is again doing... Ah, yeah, because I didn't move. Hang on. Abort. Abort. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to have to add a move. Am I just being lazy and doing an actual up? Or am I going to have a move north? I'm going to be weird and do that for now. Sure. We're doing up. This is defined as up. Nothing else. Up does nothing but move north. That's all it does. Does it have any real important purpose? No. It's just that I wanted to go up. Up. There we go. And then I'll just copy paste that one and smack. I mean, I could have just copy pasted the move north, but up looks more fun. Up! So, key point is, it's going to have to move up after each and every one of the... Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why am I doing that in tree care then? It's going to move up when it's done with that, no matter what, in these. So this is where I need to put in the up. Up here. Again, what am I doing? It's going to move up no matter what. So it should just be on that level. And the same thing goes here then. It's just on that level. It's no matter what going to go up one step when it's done there. Let's go. Okay. So it plants a tree. Tree has been planted. It waters the tree. It moves one up. It does not plant a tree. Okay, I don't know what I is. That's the problem. Right. I see the fault lies in this thing. I need to actually understand what I've done wrong there specifically. Can I just... A loop that iterates over all elements of sequence. Some languages call this for each. Yep, for each in one range. For I in sequence, do something with I. Yes. As similar to the while loop for repeatedly calls a block of code instead of looping based on a condition. For variable name in sequence, variable name I just stuck to I. Technically I could have called I row. For in I in range 5 harvest. This loop executes a body. It starts on 0. It starts on 0. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to have to do R minus 1. That is a key pointer. I'm going to have the R be reduced by 1. And that also means this shouldn't have worked. Hang on. Because I say, if I is 1, you're supposed to plant a tree, but I was 0. Which means I have to go back to the conditions, right? Or operators. Evaluate to true, yeah. 2 equals 2. So if 0 equals... This one is, in this case, having to be 0, or... Actually, if I'm really clever, I'm going to do that as an R. So I'm putting it at the bottom and the top as the tree. That's always going to be the bottom and top. This one ain't gonna be that clever. that's just going to be forever implemented as 1 or 2. It's what it is. Let's see. That's how you state a false statement, yeah. Okay, let's see if I go through this step by step. Can I see what I is? Can you tell me what I is? It's 0. I is 0. You are to currently plant a tree. You plant a tree. You are now to move up. We're in here again. I is now 1. It is not equal to 1 or R. But you still go on tree. Why? What am I doing wrong here? Hang on, something's wrong here with my code. My code's wrong! For I in range, you do if or else. Does R not working? Evaluates the first operand if it's truthy, anything other than false. Empty collection if returns value immediately. Okay, let's just do or I equal. Is that what I've been doing wrong? That might be what I've been doing wrong. Because I should technically have declared that this also is supposed to be. This isn't me saying I is equal 0 or R. This is me saying I is equal 0 or if R. And I think R is always truthy. That might be why it's wrong. Plant a tree. Move up. Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Okay, I haven't declared carrot correctly though. Yeah, it hasn't been defined. Fine. Entities dot carrot. Dot carrot. There we go. Let's see if you just run as you're supposed to. Okay, what's the issue? And with that, I have lost the care for using this one that makes more sense, or instead just doing carrot and pumpkin care. Woo, let's go! Carrot care! Pumpkin care! Glad I did not clean those up. Let's reset, and go. Okay, should see that go. What's the problem here? Ground type is not equal to ground. So I'll try to use the under function get ground type. Sorry. Pumpkin, do you have the same fault? You do. There we go. Let's reset you and go. No, go. Okay, as we can see, this has clearly not worked as intended. If you haven't noticed, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. It is working, but wrong. And I don't like that. So we'll reset and we'll figure out what the heck went wrong. Let's just get rid of you. Honestly, yeah, don't like you. Okay, and we're gonna have to go this step by step to see what went wrong. There's quite a few steps we have to actually walk through here, because I have so many things that's happening. Ah! It didn't plant the tree, because it moved to the side first. Ah, never mind. I know exactly what it is. It is in the column loop, that is the problem. Because it does this. It runs you, 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 it runs you. And then I run you 4 times. Right? But you, at the end there, of this loop, take a step to the side way too early. Why do you do that? I'm going to have to go all the way to the bottom again, and I'm not liking that. During all of this time, we could have earned precious resources, but no, I had to make this silly code of mine. There we go. It went instantly to hair. It's not supposed to. Oh. Yeah, no, never mind. I was never supposed to do that. There we have it. That's the reason. There we go. Now it works normally. There we go. Never mind. That's a lot of carrots. That's more carrots than it's supposed to be. Why is... Ah! You're the one that needs to be -1. There we have it. Now it should work. Ah, ha-ha! It works! The real problem is the pumpkins. I don't really utilize the pumpkins correctly. And it doesn't plant things half the time. Why doesn't it plant things half the time? That lies in a problem of pumpkin care. For example, if harvest, I don't do plants. Ah. Right, let's just do a definition further down here. Definition. Def. Plant. Pumpkin. It's just going to be that. It's nothing but planting a pumpkin. Planting pumpkin is going to do this. Nothing else. There we go. There we go. And then we can just replace you with plant. Oh, can't do that. What do you mean plant pumpkin isn't a thing? I've made it. It's right here. It's right there. Plant pumpkin. Plant? Ah, plant pumpkin. Okay, never mind. It just hadn't stalled it. And the same thing is then going to be applicable here, which means instead of watering... Actually. Yeah, no matter what then, if it's going to do plant pumpkin here as well. There we go. And then I'm going to have to do a similar thing with carrot. Because they operate on a similar sequence. Click outside. That's just to make sure that the carrot then becomes a thing I can call. There we go, plant carrot. And we remove you and replace you with plant carrot. Oof. Now if we reset. And go. Is it going to keep track of carrots and trees now? Correctly. Well, slightly. The trees have the same issue, I see. Let's reset you and take a look at tree care. Trees have the exact same issue as everyone else. Yes, of course they do. There we go. Just remove you, place you with outside, play it inside. Now plant tree is not there still. Why is plant tree not there? Yeah, I know there's nothing there. Stop complaining. Let me plant a tree. Do a flip. Now, can I plant a tree now? Yes, okay. So it needs to be accepted code when I click outside for it to then update the tree. And instead of watering, we plant a tree. There we go. Now that's not convoluted code at all. Go. Beautiful. Other than the fact that I am very rarely getting the pumpkin. Oh, never mind. It might seem to be doing it now. The only reason I don't get it now is because one of the pumpkin dies, but I don't really care for that, because it takes more effort to replant a pumpkin than just dealing with what I have. Perfect! What can I unlock now? Utilities? No. More grass yield. No. Speed. Not until cactuses. You know what? That's going to mess with my code instantly. Technically. I know how a workaround on that, but we're going to do carrots. And carrots. And carrots. Some watering upgrades. Tree upgrade. Pumpkin upgrade. Sure. Can I afford one more? I can. And I will. And then... am I ready to break my code? I need to think if it becomes a 5x5. I'm going to have to update, that's the main thing, I'm going to have to update the loops specifically and how they operate with this logic. The ruling of the loops is the one thing that is currently not fully adaptable. Specifically because I did this one other way around, technically. Expand. Expand. Okay. With that, we're going to have to put it on a break. And think. Because now, how big is my farm now? I have a 6x6 farm. So, first of all, we're going to have to declare that this is now columns of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then column loop. Definition 6. And the range is also the same. Actually, can I just put in C here as well? I can, can't I? Yeah. Then I don't have to adjust those every single time, just port the 1.6 I put in one time, and that's enough. I do now have to, on the other hand, figure out how many of these I do. So I have to conclude that. Right, so the trees, I still want to have in the corners. But it might be a little... Actually, can I do... If I do a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3... I can do a 3x3 for the pumpkin now instead. Let's replace the pumpkin carrot sequence as this entire thing. And then we deal with trees and other... we want to split this up. I've made this bigger, but I didn't think about the consequences. I should have. I really should have. Okay, so for now, this is at least the corners. It's going to grab all the corners no matter what. This one is actually fine in how it's set up. This one, on the other hand, is going to be questionable. If I take 1, 2... If I actually do B as the entire center one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4, 4. So if the value I is... rather than this... No, it's you I'm working, not you. Okay, so instead of I is just 1 or 2, I want it when I is... I'ma just do when I is greater than 0 and I is less than R minus 1. Because then it's going to take this center section completely. That also means that I'm going to be running that one. D is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be some trees, but the trees do better yield than carrots. Now I just gotta figure out how to do this one cleaner. That's what I really want to do. Ha. Well, for now, technically all I'm doing is that. I'm just adding 2 more of those. Let's see if that works. It is working. The code works. I can't deny that. It does work. Somehow this still works. I am surprised. I'm uncertain though if I actually do have enough wood yield now with what I've set up. But look at that pumpkin! Now that's a pumpkin. It is a gamble trying to get a big pumpkin. But it works. It works. And now theoretically if I were to then need other things I could make different variations of a loop C, D. Why is this one called? There we go, that's better. No! No! There you go! Rude. I assume it doesn't want to actually correct it because I'm using the code. But as we can see, I am using all of the code very aggressively. So, can I speed it up? No. Grass? No. I don't need... Dinosaur? That has to be dinosaur, right? Yeah, probably. Pumpkin! I want to upgrade the trees. Trees need to grow a bit quicker. Yeah. They don't need to upgrade water. I do not use that much water. Not even close. I produce more water than I use currently because I'm being very lenient with water. Which now kind of makes me want to... hang on. Put you on pause. I kind of regret having put water to be something I can declare in the code specifically. Because instead I'm going to have a global... I want this level of water. I'm also doing a higher level of water, which means I now have to go through all of them and remove the L from the water functions, but that's fine. That's fine. Don't need you. Oh, right, since I was clever and made these into another function, I have written the value less times. Just make sure. There we go. You tried to sneak away from me, didn't you? I also just realized that I have, let's see. Which one of you is grass? You're grass. You're also doing watering here. I don't water... No, wait, I don't need to water grass. The grass has 100% grown by the time it reaches it. What am I thinking? I'm being dumb. Anyway! Carry on. Yeah, I need to do a reset. I broke it. Go! Now this is farming. I mean, I could have played something like Farming Simulator, but this is way more entertaining because I enjoy doing shit like this. I need to remember to update that name now, though, because it's wrong now. It also needs to move faster. Technically, one way you could do this is have it do this, then specifically grow the pumpkin sequence, and then continue. But from how I'm running my head, this is the best way of doing it, treating it as one line at a time where I have a specific sequence it's going to do in the loop. It's easy to keep track of and keep clean, at least for me. Could this be more advanced? Oh yeah, definitely. Always. Will it be in the future? Probably. I mean, I have so... What is a maze? A maze with a treasure in the middle. What? Those are dinosaurs. Uncertain. Do I want utilities yet? I don't know if I want that yet. Lists. I understand the concept of setting up lists as well. Dictionaries, of course. Allow access to the cost of things would be nice. If I buy things, can I buy things? Simulation! Test faster under reproducible conditions is interesting. Leaderboards. Join leaderboards for the fastest reset time. No. Not yet. Grow plants instantly. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. But cactus. I'm not gonna really be buying another upgrade. At this point, I don't really have time to do anything else until the end for today. So, at best, I'm going to do these funny upgrades. Because I can do the funny upgrades. Some of them. Grass is actually struggling now to be produced. Oh, yeah, of course grass is struggling to be produced. It is being used to make other things. Huh. Should I add more grass? Carrots aren't increasing that much either, really. Pumpkin is the one that's increasing the best. Carrots on second place. No, third place. Wood is number one, maybe, actually. Yeah, wood number one, pumpkin, then carrots, then grass. Well, background noise is kind of out of date now. But I will keep it because this is memorable and all that. Fun little thing. Put that next to my Claire button. Let's just put main on top there. There we go. Main. What does it do? It does this one thing. It does nothing else. Let's go. It only does this, which does all of that. Wait for it. Should have just hovered over here and figured out how to use water when I was confused by that. But no, I have to make it overly... Ooh, that's a big pumpkin. Yay! We like the big pumpkin. Anything else to read? Once this is working at 100 miles per hour. I haven't really worked with this, but this is a very good one of just... Okay, so I will declare... I guess if they work on 0, then would be 1, 1. Or x1, y1 kind of thing. 1, 1, and then do that grid range of declaring it in here instead of exactly where I want the pumpkins to be. If I can make a proper system for that, I could technically just declare the entire grid and just have it run through it, and the moment it is in a position... Oh, biggest pumpkin! Okay, I stayed for that. The moment it then gets in a certain position, it's then going to call the corresponding, well, production method in that location. For example, 0, 0 is going to be 3, 0, 6 is 3, 6, 6 is 3, and 6, 0 is a tree. All of them are just trees. That is essentially what I've done here, but in a different method. If I can understand how to work with the positions correctly, of course. Because it's one thing of doing it, it's one thing of getting it right. Get world size. For I in get world size. Oh! What is world size? The current size of the farm, but that's 6 by 6. Isn't it? Or do I get 6? The side length of the grid. Oh, okay. So... we're going to do a reset. Sorry. Because we're then going to change you to... No, to get world size. There we go. Yep. And if I were to expand now, theoretically the code would continue to work. It would just get a bit confused when it comes to the pumpkins. No, actually, it wouldn't. Would it? No, because this is just the top and the bottom. And you are... Yeah, no. No, it wouldn't actually. If I were to expand my farm right now, all it would do is... round the edges with this and fill the middle with pumpkins again, as it has now. Nothing else. This is all that happens. Doesn't know how to do anything else. Woo! Awesome. I'm going to get debugging. Alrighty then. With debugging, I can add breakpoints to my code. Very good. If I then have an assumption of this is where it will break. So instead of what I did earlier, where I then forced it through every sequence, I could then instead just place a breakpoint here, and then run it as I'm doing now, and the moment it gets there, it's going to stop there. It's not going to stop the code, it's going to pause the code essentially for me. So I can take a look at, okay, so why here? I have the print function now. Neat. So you can print its positions at all times. Wonderful. I can make it print that. Wonder how it looks like when it prints something though. Print function prints the value directly into the air. The output page. Output? The full output.txt. Oh, no, that's just a straight up txt that it opened. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, yeah. So, next time with this, we have maces, we have dinosaurs, we have sunflowers, we have cactus. Technically we have fertilizer, but I'm going to take a look into that if that's a bad thing. And we have a lot of other things to deal with. And more importantly, we have me trying to figure out what the heck I did over here. And if I can continue to work with it. Ooh, another big pumpkin. But yeah. We're going to be leaving it here then. Let's just put a stop to this when it reaches the end. Whoops. A bracket! Reset. There we go. Actually, that means I have the ability to just do this. Can I just... No. Can I do string? Am I allowed to do string? Hang on. Bep. Bep. Ahaha! Haha, of course. Ta-ta! Yeah, it works! Yeah, no. We're going to end it as today, then. There will be no stream tomorrow, because I know I have some things to do tomorrow that I literally have to do and preventing me from streaming. I genuinely love this game so much. It is insane. So much fun. It's just programming, but it's silly programming with a video game, and that's... you get instant results. Very, very good starter, I would assume, for people who actually don't even know programming, to just kind of get the logic in their head of just how to go about things. Probably, maybe. I don't know. I'm rambling. Yeah, I'm going to end it. Next time is going to be in the weekend. Sunday, Saturday, maybe both. And one of them days, or at least the one day that will no matter what be of the two, is going to be continuation of Tai. Because I want to play more Tai as well. So yeah, with that, I've had a lot of good time. I've had a lot of a good time? Yeah, sure. I hope you all had a good time as well. And with that, ta-ta. Bye.
The stream is done now for the day. The Knowles House doors are closed. But look forward to another day when it all once more